Hello and welcome to Multifamily Strategy. I'm Christian and I have bought hundreds of rental properties starting with $0. I am now in my dream house in Texas. Welcome to the new studio. If you are new to the channel, we finally moved to Texas. We did the thing. I had set this goal of retiring my wife, of building the dream house, of having the kid. Well, we're just about to the kid part. That will come in due time. It goes about 30 to 45 days and he will appear. However, welcome to the new studio. I set this up especially for this episode. So if we zoom out at all, which I can do right here from my camera, yes, I only have enough soundproofing and this chair. I haven't finished moving into the house. The studio is going to get built and it's going to be amazing. I'll show you that later in the video. However, for the time being, let's zoom back in and get rolling. If you want to know how to do exactly what I did, I'm going to lay out the easy, simple steps. This is 3 parts. This is a summary of a webinar that I've run a few times that had tremendous attendance. So I want to bring that information to you here quickly and simply. Number 1, I set a goal with a set timeline. If you're starting and you're like, hey, I want to get more money in real estate, that's great. That's a good first goal. That's not going to really get you anywhere without a specific timeline. It will look something like this. Within the next 2 years, specific timeline, I would like to retire my wife from teaching because she got an injury that required her to get out of her job, and we did not know what to do financially if both of us weren't working. We were not in a position to do that. As a husband, I wanted to provide for my wife. So the urgency was massively increased. I set a goal of, hey, instead of just I want to have more money, that got me to 2 duplexes. I got hundreds of rental properties, starting with a 38-plex, $0 out of pocket, specifically because I set a goal of, hey, I'm going to do this in a fixed timeline, and it's really important to me that I do so. So with the significance, with the timeline, and with a clear goal in mind, I was able to actually achieve it because I knew where I was headed. Number 2, you need to figure out how to find deals. I found an easy way to do this. It's called Google Maps. It's a magical map that has every property you could ever want to buy a piece of property on. You look at larger roofs in residential areas. Because of city zoning codes, you can actually find these anywhere. Larger roofs, you find a multifamily building, guess what? Because of the zoning, a lot of the other larger roofs in the same area are also going to have the same zoning. It's going to be a multifamily building. You then call the owners. This is a really important step. I actually talked to someone who spent all the time mapping all of them, mapped out every single building and who owns it. And then they didn't do the part where they actually just called the owners. You can find the information for free online using Google. Same exact process. That is how I found all of my deals. I found the owners who've already done what I want to do. I talked to them about their real estate. I didn't ask to buy it. I just asked how they bought it. I learned their story. We built a relationship. Once you do this, say you meet one person a weekend, 52 weeks later, you met 52 owners in your market. Guarantee you someone has a deal for you because you've communicated your goal from step number 1. Step number 3, in the final step, you do not need money to buy real estate. You need to have a deal. You have to find an opportunity. If you followed 1 and you followed 2, you now have a deal. So the order goes deal, then debt, then equity. So you find the deal, and the deal can be any piece of real estate where someone is interested in selling it to you. Now you figure out, okay, what debt is available on it? Now I have done tens of millions of dollars of seller financing. I have about $30 million in seller financing. That is a great model. It is not every single deal though. I've done this with banks and no money out of pocket. I've done this with banks. I've done this with hard money lenders. I have done this with seller financing. I have done this with equity partners. There are so many ways to put together, but you find the deal first, you find the debt. On that first deal for me, 85% was seller financed, which means I found the deal. I found 85% of the funding from the seller who already owned the building. And the last piece was just the equity. I needed $300,000 to close a $2 million deal for 38 units. Well, 15% of a deal is much easier to find the funding for than 100%. So we did deal then debt. For the equity, I made 4 phone calls to a brokerage office that specialized in multifamily, and I asked them for any clients who wanted to scale to larger multifamily. I then called those individuals. Of 4 phone calls, 3 said yes. They gave us $100,000 each, $300,000. We closed that deal. Last appraisal on that building was for $4.1 million. I bought it for $2 million. It was the first $2 million I have ever made. That was one deal. I've done over 20 deals since then. I'm continuing to do deals. I'm closing on a 44 unit next week. That's even a better deal than that, like notably better deal than that. They are out there. You just have to find them. That is in a nutshell the strategy that worked for me, like beginning to end. I clarified my goal. I found a way to find deals for free because I had no money. Then I found a way to fund them without using my own money. Fast forward 3 years later, we used real estate to create passive income. You see this all the time online. I just watched a video where someone's like, oh, no one actually gets passive income and retires off passive income. That's for rich people. That's later in the game. I've seen a ton of people do this. I replicated what other people have already done. I built enough rental income on cash flowing, long-term fixed rate cash flowing debt. That's the magical formula. If you want to know how to never lose a property, buy it where it pays you day one, it pays you forever. And you buy it on the right terms. If you buy a good deal that's cash flowing every month, you just let it pay you and you wait for it to go up in value, because properties do go up over time, but you need to be paid while you wait. That's the magic to the game. I did this again and again and again. The income was more than enough to build this house, to retire my wife. I got a conventional loan on this house based on my passive income. Anyone can do this. If you want to follow my model, that is it in the shortest period I can possibly give it. If you have questions on this, ask them in the comments. Ask them on my Whiteboard Wednesday lives. I go live every Wednesday, 5 o'clock Central Time. You guys are more than welcome to join and ask questions. If you want to take a deeper dive, check out multifamilystrategy.com. We got a course on this. I got a mentorship group on this. Do you have to do this to succeed? Absolutely not. Can it help you go faster or make less expensive mistakes? I certainly think so. So do about 2,000 other people who have gone through the course or the mentorship. Just past 2,000 students and growing. Success stories are all over the place. I share them all the time on this channel. So choose any of the testimonial videos if you want to learn more. Or if you just want to sit here and learn for free, it may take a little bit longer. I don't keep any secrets on YouTube because there's no secrets in real estate. This is a highly regulated asset class that's been around forever. As long as there's been earth to own, real estate has been a thing. This is not new. There are no secrets. I will share everything that I have learned here. We will not hold back a single piece of knowledge. If you have $0 or if you have millions of dollars, it doesn't matter. If you want to buy real estate beyond what your money has today, that's what this channel is here for. If you want to learn more in the simplest and freest way possible, hit the subscribe button, like this video so more people can find it, and I'll see you on the next episode.